Now, before we start the lectures that are planned for today, I would like to shortly introduce the history of the New World Academy in itself. And that starts with an initiative, New World Summit, an artistic and political organization that I founded together with my team, an artistic and political organization that develops what we call alternative parliaments. I will give you immediately an example of how such a space looks like. And we use these alternative parliaments, we offer them to organizations that are currently banned from democracy. And our initial question has been whether it would be possible as the New World Summit to explore the field of art, similar to what Maria has been discussing when it comes to the role that Bach plays in relationship to social and political issues, as a space that could be used, could be explored to expand our notion of democracy, that could be used to uplift, to re-articulate what the project of democracy should look like in contemporary society. And we did this by inviting stateless political organizations, but also organizations placed on so-called designated lists of terrorist organizations, the ultimate limit to democracy imposed today through all kinds of terrifying extra-legal measures. This is how the first alternative parliament that the New World Summit developed in Berlin looked like. And during this first summit, we had the chance to listen to Louis Yalandoni speak, here present, chairman of the National Democratic Front of the Philippines, which represents various organizations struggling for self-determination, of which many have been confronted with this very obscure label, that of so-called terrorism. The consequences of being listed are severe. The travel ban, freezing of bank accounts, and of course the international search warrants that come as a consequence of this. We only have to think of organizations such as WikiLeaks or former NSA employee Edward Snowden to come to realize how effective this term has become to marginalize political opponents through extra-legal measures. Philosopher Slavoj Žižek is probably right when he says that in the future, the term terrorism will inevitably be adopted by the progressive left as an indication that the corporate state believes its status quo is truly threatened. I share that belief that this term in time will change. Through the talk of Mr. Yalandoni, we also came to know more of Professor José María Sison, founding chairman of the Communist Party of the Philippines, who up until today is dealing with severe travel restrictions due to the listing of the Communist Party. And we just chose to organize the second New World Summit here in Leiden, in the Netherlands, where Professor Sison was free to present as our keynote speaker, something that was not possible during the first summit in Berlin. In this context, Professor Sison discussed his case with different representatives, layers of the political system that are either responsible for or severely oppose the anti-terrorist laws. Here's an overview of all of the people that debated, that responded to the lecture of Professor Sison. His own lawyer, Jan Verman, on the second image from the left up. Then we go one step to the right. Alexander van Dam, public prosecutor. From the left down, Judge Willem van Bennekom, politician Dirk Poot, the fourth, and the founder of the Center of Terrorism and Counterterrorism, Beatrice de Graaf, the fifth layer. We thus attempted to show, in a performative manner, the different layers that separate a non-listed citizen from a listed non-citizen. Someone subjected to the anti-terrorist laws, basically the sans-papiers, those without papers of the political world. Now, through conversations with Mr. Yalandoni and with Professor Sison, we became acquainted with the specific political history of the Philippines, the resistance against colonial regimes and against continuous foreign influences in its current governance, and the role that art and culture played within the people's resistance. Mr. Yalandoni and Professor Sison in this regard specifically spoke of the notion of cultural activism, something that I have learned to understand through the talks at the Yan'an Forum by Mao Zedong, which is also published in the reader that all of you got, that was published is presented as for the occasion of this first session, as an understanding of the artist, as a subject, both an educator of the people as much as a subject educated by the people.